All right, I'm just gonna start. Tell me when to start.
Okay, start.
Oh, let me just get this. Okay, so I'm just gonna start from the bottom up. So I would start off rolling out your feet, and this is kind of something similar that you can use with the lacrosse ball, but it's easier to travel with one thing, so I usually just use it this way. You spread your toes and curl them under, like loop them around. All right, and I would do that for both sides. And then to release your calf muscle, which can get tight if your feet are tight, I would have you go side to side with that. You can even have it like more elevated on a yoga block, like I'm placing this on a yoga block to have more pressure, but I find that this is enough for me sometimes. There's a muscle in the very back of our knee called the popliteus, and that muscle tends to get really tight and we don't get this full extension in our knee, and so that you can use a peanut, kind of place it right on the side there and just kind of straighten the knee and relax it. That can help loosen that up, which I find can lead to other issues, other tightnesses. You can even have it under your hamstring kind of massage. So I'm kind of pressing into my foot so I'm like unweighted a little bit in my hips. And then you can even use it to massage your quad muscle. You just take it and place it, I'll show you here, like just underneath. And you can either just like lay here and like bend the knee and go up and down, or you can kind of come up and just go back up and down. And if you can tell me, this might be really tender. You can also use like a foam roller for that. So, but that's how I use it. Oftentimes we get tight in this glute med muscle that kind of gets right up here. And I would say if you start feeling pain on the inside of the knee, most likely this outer muscle is really tight. But this muscle causes a lot of problems because it helps hold our pelvis level when we're walking, and so just kind of letting it rest on top here. Sometimes I'm just like, I fall asleep sometimes in bed like this. It'll be less intense if you do it in your bed. Sometimes I'll kind of like just move my back leg back and forth to a different technique to release that muscle. That's your glute med, and then that piriformis muscle that tends to get tight, causing the sacrum at the very bottom of our spine to get tight. You're going to place the peanut like right in the perpendicular to the ground if you were to stand, kind of along the same position as your leg. Then you're going to bend the knee and just kind of go back and forth. Or you can just hold like pressure over there. Or if you can even lay on your back. I'd always have something underneath, like a fist, like just to keep you even in that position. Otherwise you're gonna be like lopsided. But sometimes I just rest here. And then for your upper body, if you like are getting really tight in your like arms, you're gonna have it right at where your scapula, your shoulder blade meets your arm, kind of right in that center there. And then just lay onto your back a little bit, getting the back part of your rotator cuff muscles, or you can go forward and go back and forth. This one is going to be really good for you. I would recommend a yoga block, but I can't find a yoga block, so just pretend my shoe is a yoga block. And you're going to place the peanut kind of right at the base of your head. And if you don't have a yoga block, you can use like a few books.
Okay.
And just have it resting like right, so it's like underneath is holding it up. And you're just resting like this. And this really relaxes your neck muscles. If you have a headache, I would recommend this one. I would do like a slight shin tuck. You can go side to side. But really, I just like find a comfortable position. Just kind of rest there for 2 minutes or so. You can also place it right there and do that same like release.
Like doorway.
Yeah, you're leaning into the doorway, like so. Oh yeah, that feels good. And Or you can have a yoga block and lay on the ground and do the
Yeah.
same thing. And that's all the ones I can think of right now.
Yay.
Yay!